Leo, hey, thanks for dropping in with me. We are here to do a little dip in your collective energy and just see what's coming towards you, what you need to be aware of at this time, get you some messages from Spirit here. This is for any significant Leo placement, or if you happen to have a prominent placement in that 5th house. Also, if you're an Aquarius rising, that makes you a Leo descendant, and you might find resonance with these messages. We're opening up with a Halloween oracle here, okay? It's interesting because usually I feel called to bring in this deck when there's something that is sort of being revisited that maybe came up last fall, all right? And something's coming back around here. We do have Pluto retrograde right now in Aquarius. So those of you who are Aquarius rising may be feeling this really acutely. There could be something that still needs to be wrapped up, faced, addressed, that went down last fall but wasn't completed, all right? Might be coming back around the bend. You might be feeling this, all right? Let's just see what comes in here for Leo. What does Leo need to know at this time, Spirit? What does Leo need to know at this time, Spirit? What does Leo need to know at this time? We got Ted gnawing back there, so there might be something that's sort of gnawing away at you. Yeah, remembrance, okay? Whatever is coming around here, you do need to remember what happened last time. I feel that, okay? I feel like something specifically came up last fall, all right? And you may have even told yourself back then, like, I'm never going to forget this again, you know? Like, I've learned this lesson, okay? This just sort of coming through. So do be aware that resolve around this is probably going to be tested, okay? There's something you need to remember here. There's something you need to remember about what you've already been through in this situation and, you know, what is likely to happen if you forget the lessons learned, right? There's something you need to remember here. It's something that went down last fall and it's coming back around the bend. Let's see what this is, Leo. What is this coming in here, Leo? Oops. Black cat. Fortune meets opportunity, okay? So this is something that is coming back from the past. It's something that you felt maybe was trailing behind you a little bit. You knew it wasn't completely done. You knew this cat would come back the very next day. You haven't seen the last of this character, right? I do feel there's a lot you learned the last time that you dealt with this character who will be making a reappearance, all right? But there is an opportunity here, all right? It might seem like it's a little sketchy when it first comes forward, I have to tell you. You might feel like this could be another round of bad luck, all right? But there's a bit of a twist of fate here. There is some fortune on offer. There is an opportunity coming through here out of what might have been a sticky experience the last go around here. But I do feel like you need to remember something. You need to remember something that occurred back there because it's going to inform how you move forward and whether you can really get a true opportunity and turn a fortune out of this situation. 411, there's some information you need to remember there, okay? If you think back, you'll have the illumination come through, all right? I feel like it's something that you told yourself, never forget this, okay? Never forget this. All right, there's some lesson you learned, and you don't want to forget this lesson when this comes back around. And that's where your true opportunity lies. It's what turns this around from being what you could perceive as like a bad luck experience or, oh no, here we go again, another round of this, into something that actually can turn into a fortunate opportunity for you, okay? So what is this fortunate opportunity? What is this opportunity that is coming through for Leo here? What is this opportunity that's coming through for Leo here? I just heard some of you did some spell work and you're like, I'm never going to do that again. All right. You maybe had a really like disastrous result. Maybe you had somebody that became like a little too clingy, a little too up in your space. It took a while to turn that around, right? You didn't mean for it to go down quite that way. I mean, look, here's the cauldron right here. You stirred the pot, and then you realized you had to lick the spoon, okay? I don't think you're going to try to force anything this time around. I don't think you're going to try to manipulate things either, okay? Because there's more than one way to cast a spell. You don't have to just be, you know, doing your kitchen witching, although some of you went there, I have to say, okay? But for the rest of you, you may realize the way you tried to kind of like work things to your advantage, and it wasn't just like this natural flow. I feel like as long as you remember that, you don't stir the pot this time, all right? There's an opportunity for synergy and healing here, all right? And that is the opportunity on offer. But can you learn that lesson, all right? There's something that you really need to remember about the way things went down in the past and the way you moved. This can also be like things you concealed, things you hid, or that the other hid, that the other concealed, and that you sort of just like swept under the rug. And maybe it's like, no, let's look at that, okay? Let's look at that and let's really deal with it. Let's really address what happened back there, right? I do have to say, though, just with the symbolism and the way it's coming through, some of you did some spell work, and it might have been around, you know, manifesting a particular person. And then you were like, oh my gosh, I did not know that that was the price you had to pay for doing that kind of working. And I think now maybe you got somebody approaching you, you got an opportunity coming around, perhaps, you know, to open your heart to a new love experience, all right? So this might be just sort of a little reflection. You're not going to try to help things along, let's say. I think maybe you're kind of coming from an angle more of, if it's meant to be, it'll just flow. There will be a natural synergy here. And I do feel like wherever this opportunity is coming in and whoever is presenting it, I do feel like somebody is presenting it. It just feels like it works, okay? And there's a lot of healing here. There's a lot of healing here. And where there were any misfires that occurred on an alchemical level, for those of you who maybe got a little ambitious with your casting and you stirred up more than you bargained for, I feel like this is an opportunity to kind of like turn that around and balance that out. Yes, wise scene, wise action. There's something you learned through this experience. And for some of you, it was a very necessary education that occurred on your spiritual path. I don't think you'll forget it. All right, let's see. Anything else that wants to come in here before I get more details about what's coming into alignment with you? This is going to be a real healing experience for you. I also feel like it's an opportunity to sort of like set something right that didn't sit well with you in the past, right? And I do feel like this has haunted you a little bit. And I think you feel like it sort of clung to you, you know, and just felt like a run of bad luck after this went down. Something happened back here that just wasn't quite right. And I feel like you got an opportunity to make it right now. That's what it feels like. Bring it into proper alignment. Any more details? Any more details for Leo regarding this, Spirit? Any more details? Oof, oof. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, you know, some of you did really stir that pot. You got the witch here, all right? And it says the earthly weaver of the worlds. I think you're going to be a lot more conscious about how you move in the future. I think you really do have an awareness now that you didn't understand back then about the power of our intentions, okay? And I don't think you're going to spoil this opportunity. I think you're really going to take a different approach. And you may be afraid when this character comes back around. I mean, you may feel like this person, you know, played around on that level with you. You know, you might have sensed some manipulation from this person. I do see graveyard, unnecessary fear here coming through. So There might be somebody that you sort of labeled as the witch in your story. You might have a lot of resistance around this person, and yet there's an opportunity here for some kind of healing to take place. So where you are having a fear, like this person's just coming around to like do me in, or I can't trust this person, that this has just got bad news written all over it. I don't think so. I think it's actually an opportunity to lay to rest what went wrong back there. And, you know, whatever you're afraid of with this, it's an unnecessary fear. And I think as far as the magical workings are concerned, you know, whoever this is coming up for, maybe you did something, you know, at the crossroads, maybe you did something on a full moon at the graveyard, maybe you worked with a little graveyard dirt. It was a little more than you bargained for. Down the road, you did some more studies and you realized, whew, yeah, I won't go that route again in the future, okay? I do feel like, you know, for a bit of you wizards out there, you know, you got a little wily and your fingers got burned, but that's a part of education. And I do feel like you may fear like this character is going to bring more of the same of what you dealt with back there. For others of you, you kind of labeled somebody else as being in this role. You felt like they were messing with you on that level. And maybe that caused you to act out of an unnecessary fear and do some workings based on that fear. Okay, I can see that come through both ways. And again, if you're not on that path and you don't roll like that, this is a case where, you know, you might have manipulated in other ways, you know, because you had a fear about this individual. And in doing so, it stirred the pot. It made a big mess. I feel like you're getting a chance to rectify that, okay? And you don't need to have fear about this. It's actually a good thing, but you just need to remember what you learned last time, and that'll protect you from having the same missteps when this comes back around, okay? Cut of the deck energy, and then we're going to move into another deck. Yeah, you don't need to worry about anything here. You do have protection. There's happiness in your heart and in your home, all right? So something's really being balanced out here. And I also feel like you have a lot of luck and beauty that actually wants to come into your life. And maybe you've even had some reassurance that's come from a passed on loved one that just sort of let you know that you are being watched over and there are blessings up ahead, because cardinals aren't just signs of messages from those who've crossed beyond the veil, but they're also messages of joy and luck and happy cycles that are about to come in. So something beautiful is about to come in for you. Ooh, yes. And there's a new beginning that's coming out of what did have to go through. I feel like it's a fire test of truth, a bit of a trial by fire. All right. Trial by fire. Oh, that's not accidental with the witch there. Okay. Maybe you were cast in this role. Maybe you felt like you were being punished. Okay. Maybe somebody cast you as the witch. You know, it was a witch hunt. You could have dealt with themes like this, or somebody you're dealing with could have felt that way. All right. I feel like this has all been cleared out though. Okay. This is an opportunity to have some deep healing. It's also a time to really release yourself from any kind of ties that bind or energetic cords that you feel are still drawing on you. And I say that because of the Mexican marigold there, the tagetes, which is excellent for assisting in that kind of work. It's really potent work though. A little dab will do ya. And I think that's also coming into this scenario too, okay? Where you took strong actions in the past, it's sort of a cue to maybe, you know, use a more gentle approach. Any strong actions are going to be actions that are coming from a place of fear in you in this situation and won't be helpful, okay? This is not about needing to protect yourself. The protection's already there. The happiness is already assured. Your heart is safe in this situation, but you got your walls up and you need to let your hackles down for this to transform. All right. Things have been balanced out in this situation. So whatever went awry back there, and it likely was sometime around Halloween, Dias de los Muertos, okay? But things have been balanced out. All's good here, okay? There's an acceptance of what went down in the past. Things are all equal. Any karmic debt has been paid here. It's all fair and square. That time has come to an end, right? And it's this acceptance now that there's a new beginning that arises out of that ending. The eternal cycle begins here, right? So I do feel like a moth to a flame. You were drawn in, and you know, you went through that, okay? You felt the fire of transformation. You had a fire test of truth, and there's something that you just need to remember here, and just know that you are protected. And what's on the other side of this for you is this beautiful harvest that's coming in for you. Look at this. And again, sweetness and synergy, all right? So this is like a delayed harvest. It's a delayed harvest because there was fear that took the wheel in this situation, and that's what threw everything off. Now this healing can come into alignment because there's a certain understanding that's taken root as a result of what really went awry back there, I got, okay? So let's go ahead and get you some tarot cards to get some more details here. I mean, this is a pretty complete picture, but I want to go ahead and just get a few more details in here for you, Leo. I think a lot of Leos have been steeped in alchemy work, at least the Leos that are part of this collective, man, because I have to tell you, there's been a lot of you coming in. Ooh, Empress energy there. Yes, you've experienced a lot of growth, okay? And there's a lot of beautiful things coming to bloom in your life, right? You're over the hurdle, okay? This is the time of restoration. You're entering that rebirth cycle. You're getting to the other side of it. I think you've gained a lot of wisdom, all right? I think you've grown a lot. I think you've come more into your heart. You know, with that Venusian energy, though, there's always a little bit of love and war in there, right? Maybe there was a little bit of all's fair in love and war. You could have been dealing with a Libra. You could have been dealing with a Taurus. You could have been dealing with a mother figure. You could be a mother, and you were very much in your like mama bear energy because you felt like somebody was like interrupting the peace, the calm, the stability in your home. That's possible too. All right. But I feel like you're getting to the other side of this, and you've learned some really important lessons, and you've taken it on the chin. I feel you really did, you know. And you faced it squarely, and there's some kind of strength that's very evident in you. There's this beautiful new growth that's evident in you, and there's also a beautiful opportunity here for healing. And it looks like coming into alignment with something that's a bit of a reward for work well done, okay? So I feel like you passed the test. It might have been a little hairy getting through it, all right? But now you get to the good stuff. Now you get to the good stuff, all right? So let's see, what's this good stuff that's coming in for Leo here, you know? It looks like there's an opportunity coming back around that's going to look a lot different for you now than it did back there, right? You're going to see it with totally different eyes, and it has everything to do with the experience that you went through, all right? So what is this? What is this synergy? What is this healing? What is this opportunity? It's a bit of fate turning into fortune for Leo that's coming in. Okay, it's based on the truth, okay? It's that fire test of truth. You went through it, and this is a truth I feel that will be spoken, okay? Something's going to be communicated here that's a game changer. You might receive some kind of message. This has you looking at things very differently. Maybe you realize that you weren't seeing the situation accurately, okay? It gives you a totally different view. I think this opens up lines of communication, and this will be a good thing. In some cases, it is a declaration of love, all right? Again, you might have been dealing with some disappointment in matters of the heart, and you might think that all is lost. But that's actually not the case. This is going to take you by surprise. I feel like you're still reflecting on the loss. And as you're reflecting on the loss, when you're least expecting it, sort of like it comes behind you and taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, remember me? I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. All right. Yeah, look at this. 4 of Wands. There's that balance, that alignment coming in. Look, you're giving each other your flowers here. This looks really good. You're celebrating each other. There might be some special event in store too. You might get an invitation that will cheer you up. All right, let's see what's coming in here. Looks like something's coming into alignment here. It looks like your home life is really going to be stabilized. So if something kind of fell off there, things are improving. For some of you, it's just the energy in the home didn't feel quite right, but now it's coming into balance, right? It's coming into balance. You know, there's some kind of restoration happening there. It feels really good. Yeah, you're getting a fresh start here, okay? It's the start of a brand new cycle. Travel light, man. Don't carry all that baggage forward with you. You've learned your lessons. You got clear vision now. And there's something new activating here. You might get an opportunity to go on a trip, all right? Like I said, you might be getting invited to go somewhere. I think it's a growth opportunity. It's an opportunity to heal. It's an opportunity to get back on the same page. This brings the sunshine back in your life again. This could be related to an Aries. It could be related to an Aquarius. Doesn't have to be, but this is the beginning of a new chapter, okay? Don't drag the past behind you. King of Pentacles energy, bottom of the deck, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn could be playing a role here. You may have had some separation from this person. You could have been dealing with a Taurus, okay? Maybe it's the Taurus that you felt caused some separation between you and this person, you know, somebody that you viewed as your partner. You could have felt like a mother figure got in the way there, you know, maybe created some separation. I do feel like something's coming back into alignment. Yeah, Taurus indications here with the Emperor as well as Aries. Okay, strong Aries and Taurus indications here. Something is being revived. I see that very strongly here. Look at this with the Magician. You may have thought all was lost and it's not possible to turn this around. But it could be you both have been manifesting each other, I have to say. It looks like that with the Magician there, you know, and the Witch coming up earlier. You might have been calling each other in, you know, somebody's been sending up some prayers here. But the key is you got to let it go, man. You got to let it go. You got to set it free. If you love someone, set them free. If they love you in return, it's meant to be, okay? And they'll come forward with their heart open, ready to share, all right? Could be water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be born on the Cancer, Leo cusp there. I do think when you hear from this character, like your hackles are up. You're a little like, oh God, but now I can't take anymore. I do think you dealt with a lot of BS back there. I do. And I also feel like, you know, you may have felt like you needed to protect yourself too, you know? You got other shoes gonna drop syndrome. Do expect to hear from this character though. Could be dealing with Sagittarius, right? Word's gonna come through here. All right. Any more details for Leo about this? Any more details about this news coming in, the opportunity it presents? It looks like an opportunity to revive things. Okay. You do have some fear around this situation that is unfounded. You need to get a different view of this matter. All right. Finances are looking good. You're looking really good here. A lot of stability. You've had a lot of growth. Okay. Trust in the healing work you've done. Trust in your growth, right? Trust in what you've learned, and also in your new stability and your new sense of personal value here. Because I feel like this is an opportunity for you to level up and you really come into that Empress or Emperor energy. We did have Empress and Emperor come in here, okay? So there is somebody who's also done the work and is really ready to meet you in this space. And there's an offer on the table here. It's for a brand new beginning. It's up to you if you take it. You know, it might blow your mind. You never expected this person to make this kind of offer, okay? It might take you by surprise. Fear could hold you back from taking it. It's up to you, you know? It does look like an extreme situation, 24:33 on the clock. You're going to have to make the choice here if you want to take this or not. It also may be that somebody comes clean too and speaks some truths that you weren't expecting, you know. You may even get a declaration of love, I have to say, with the Ace of Swords coming in with the Tower. Sometimes that can be like somebody sharing a truth that's really unexpected. It can be a declaration of love. And this could really shock you. It could rock you. And if you're already in a committed situation right now, it might get you thinking if you really want to stay in that commitment. You might be questioning, should I leave my commitment to take this offer from this person? All right. I do feel like at one point, at least, you both were manifesting each other. I see you in this really independent energy right now, though, okay? Where you feel very strong within yourself. You've done a lot of growth. But this option coming in on the scene and the glamour it weaves over you, it does put you in your head a bit. And this is an opportunity to revive things, okay? With the judgment there, this thing is coming back around. It's up to you. If you want to try again, it could be a Libra factoring into your situation or somehow connected to this situation. Any more details about this for Leo? Any more details about this for Leo in relation to this situation? Looks like revival in a connection. Something that you thought was done is not. Something's coming back around. Maybe somebody you thought you never see again, never deal with again, never talk to again. Oh no, they're coming back around, but you have like a resistance or fear around this, and you don't need to, okay? There's an opportunity here. It's an opportunity for healing and alignment. You may realize you were looking at a situation in the wrong way too. A big Aries energy here, I have to say. Big Aries energy. We got Scorpio here. We got big Libra energy, Taurus energy. Okay, Aquarius energy, all the water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, really strong Aries, really strong Aquarius though. I would have to say more so than any other sign here. You got, and Taurus too. Taurus coming in pretty strongly, all right? One more round, one more round. Any last words here, Spirit, for Leo? Any guidance, any counsel, any advice? It looks like you're entering into some like dynamic healing process. Like it's an opportunity for healing, but it might mean that you have to kind of like come face to face with a situation that you normally have a lot of fear around. But if you allow yourself to enter this process, you're going to realize there's nothing to be afraid of and there's everything to gain, okay? Yeah. I mean, something did come to an end here. And I do feel like someone in this scenario, likely you, because you have a lot of fear, felt really stabbed in the back, right? That's sort of what's crossing you. And there's that fire sign coming in, you know, coming in quickly, passionately, okay? They're coming in very purposefully. And they might want to move things forward pretty quickly here, I have to say. Any more details here for Leo? Any more details here for Leo? I mean, I feel like there's an opportunity for like some makeup sex here. That's what it looks like to me. That Knight of Wands energy. Oh. You got the Hangman here too coming in, okay? So we've had a couple Pisces references come out here as well. You got the Hangman with the Ten of Swords coming up in crossing position. You're really freaked out about this, I have to say. But look, you got the Ten of Cups. Like you said, you wanted this. You said you wanted this. So why is it that when what you wanted finally shows up, all of a sudden now you're like unable to make a decision? Like, what is that? What's that about, man? I'm going to dig a little deeper here, Leo. Why is Leo like now getting cold feet? What's up with this, man? You said you wanted this. So what's the deal? What's the holdup? What's the holdup? Why are you resisting this? You called this in, you were manifesting this. They were manifesting it too. So what's the holdup? I don't get it. Why are you so afraid of this? Why do you have so much fear around this once it finally does start to come in for you? Maybe your ideas have changed about what you want. I don't know. What is this? Oh, completion. So maybe there's something, you know, that you really are realizing maybe you don't want it. Interesting. You thought you wanted it Maybe that's the way that you've grown. Maybe you're glad now in retrospect that there was the delay, you know, that went awry back there, because when you've had another look at it, you realize it's better to close this cycle. That's your way through. You feel like there's success on the other side of this. And maybe that's what's coming into alignment for you. It's an opportunity to close up that old cycle proper. And it does open up a new successful chapter in your life with the Fool. You start to, you know, head down a new road. Oh, I could see that. You could be closing things up with a Taurus, an Aquarius, a Scorpio. All right. And this is successful. I feel like you'll feel real good about the way this closes up. I have to see here. Oh, yeah, you're balancing things out. You're alchemizing the situation. Could be with a Sagittarius, right? There is some kind of healing happening here. And it opens up the road for you. So where you felt blocked before, like things were stagnating, and you had a lot of fear around facing this, I think you're going to feel very differently about it. You're going to have a new perspective here. Okay, what's this opportunity that opens up once this healing work is done and this is processed? Ace of Swords, something that puts you in alignment with your truth. I do feel like this communication is really important that's coming in for you, Leo. See? Oh, wow. A lot here. Page of Cups in reverse. I feel like the offer may come through as romantic, but you're realizing, like, I don't want what I used to want. You're actually ready to set your sight on new horizons. I see that. You know, that's that Two of Wands that's also in the World card there. Okay, so I feel like you're ready to close this up. And you're really strongly considering where you want to invest your energy, what opportunities you want to take. And you haven't made a choice about that yet, you know? And I think this is really cool, I have to tell you, because it looks like there's something here that's truly healing. You're healing from the betrayal, you're healing from the loss, you're healing from the ways that you betrayed yourself in the past. And I feel like you've really come to a place of self-reflection, and you love and value yourself in a way that you didn't before. And it's opening up an opportunity for you to have this beautiful blessing coming in your life. I think you know it's coming in, okay? You know there's some happiness that's like earmarked for you, and you're just in this place of really focusing on healing yourself and nurturing yourself and nurturing the growth you want to see in your life. And you know your happiness is coming. And I think you're absolutely correct about that, okay? Yeah, you know, everything changes when you let down the burden, you know, and you just trust the new path is opening up for you. We do a cut of the deck here, so what we got for you, Leo, right? We got soulmate energy here, and we have Two of Cups. So I'm telling you, you're coming into alignment with your true soulmate. There is healing here. There's reunion energy. There is the strength to overcome the challenges of the past, but I see you're going to feel so much freedom here. And maybe it's the freedom to just finally show up and love and let yourself be loved. It's a beautiful thing.